Contraception, yes, we're talking about contraception tonight, is something that is universal for both men and women. And the thing is, when it comes to contraception, women have a slight advantage on one thing. They get to take the pill. They can control when they're going to be able to get pregnant. We've talked about this kind of on the show before, but coming more to fruition. It's called the male birth control pill, which is really fucking kind of cool. The Australian researchers are finally developing this. Now, the thing is, it has virtually no side effects. None whatsoever. They're able to, it disables the delivery system, but preserves the sperm, which I'm not a biologist. I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on TV or on the internet, unless the right lady comes along, and then we can play doctor. Yeah, I'll tell you.
I feel really bad because I went to you for my gynecology appointment now.
Well, that was an official visit.
Okay.
No, it's really kind of interesting. It's apparently what it says is they've identified two proteins that can disable and keep the sperm from moving from the testicles into the ejaculate, which is it's the brain simply tells it to get the message to turn the sperm loose. Basically, it's like the floodgates, like the sperm are sitting there going, "Hey, where's the race? Where's the race?" And there's like, "Oh, the race has been canceled. Didn't you hear? Oh, I see all this other stuff. I see all the crowds there." No, that's just an illusion. You're just seeing things. It's kind of weird how they're finally able to figure this out. I've heard a lot of stuff from both sides that some women don't want guys to have access to this kind of technology because they're afraid that, oh yeah, they'll either A, say that they've taken their medication and they're not, and then of course they're quite fertile, or B, the women want to get pregnant, but they don't want the guy to not be able to take control of his reproductive freedoms and get this woman pregnant so they can, pop out a kid and collect child support. And there are those women out there, unfortunately. And of course, there's the guys out there who will do what I said previously. They'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm on the pill. Sure, baby, I'm safe." But it's a mixed bag all the way around. Joe, your thoughts?
I don't like the male birth control pill because, well, it takes away all the feeling. I like to go natural.
You put the pill between your knees, right, Joe?
Oh my god. Okay.
In your case, it would be a plug, right?
That's a little bit dig on that one senator who said, they put the pill
between your knees.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Baby, I'm on the pill. It's right there. See?
I'm sitting on it. It's sitting right here. I'm on it. I think that's a whole different being on the pill. Never mind.
Right. I think the most interesting thing about this, and while this medication is still years away from actual use,
yes.
I think it's the question that the article raises right in the beginning. What would religious conservatives make of it?
Yes, that is a good question.
They already try to use female birth control to wield control over women's sex lives. They moronically slut-shame with it. They try to make religious exemptions so employers don't have to provide insurance to cover female birth control. It really makes you wonder, how would they react to a male pill?
I think, I really think that they would go, "Oh, well, guys can take it. Oh, yeah, Rush Limbaugh and all that. Like, there's a guy. Oh, yeah, that's the boys. We can have erectile dysfunction medication just as long as we can get it up and do whatever we want, but fuck the women, or in case they want to fuck the women,
Yeah.
Well, that was ironic.
It is ironic.
It would twist it completely around, like, well, this is men being responsible.
Yes.
This is men taking control.
Yes, I think that's exactly what they'd say. If this came onto the market, let's say it came on the market tomorrow, I think this is exactly the kind of thing that they would say,
exactly.
too.
It's very similar to the argument if men got pregnant, there would be no question as to the legality of reproductive choice.
Right. There'd be more if men got pregnant, there'd be more abortion centers than there would be bars in Wisconsin. And there's a lot of bars in Wisconsin. Trust me, I can't swing a dead cat in this city without hitting a bar.
Oh, dead cats. Sorry.
I thought you were going to say I can't swing a dead cat in this city without hitting a dead baby.
The dead baby's holding the dead cat, actually. So never mind.
Oh,
Right next
like
to
a
the frog in the
twofer.
blender, right?
Yeah.
Right next to the frog in the blender. Right.
God. Oh no.
There's actually an old app that you press the frog in. Never mind. Forget it.
I remember.
Totally off topic already. Did you have anything else you wanted to add on to that, Joe?
No, that's it.
Okay, Connie, your thoughts.
Yeah, I did try to read up a little bit on it, and evidently there's 2 key proteins that help, with male reproduction, and one is alpha-1 adrenoceptor, and then P2X1 purinceptor. And
I think the second one's good on pizza. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, they're already halfway there to actually controlling this, and it's the combination of these proteins that they've injected in the mice, and they've again they feel like they've really have a good case study of this, because there's a drug on the market which is used to treat enlarged prostate glands, and it blocks the alpha-1A. So what they really need is the P2X1, which sounds like some, P90X thing. But that's what the one they have to find. And we're about 10 years out.
That must the P2X, is that the new stealth fighter airplane? No, sorry.
It's a new game console, I guess. Well, then guys would use it, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would. This will help your gameplay. Oh, well, I can take this. Never mind.
But you know what? To me, in this study, they said if the studies on mice are applicable to the studies on humans, female birth control, which controls hormones, and that's where the real problem is, long-term problems, is only 98 to 99% effective, which is really good. But this male drug looks like it will be 100% effective, and it's not going to affect fertility at all. You stop taking it, and you would be able to have children at some future point.
Right.
As a mother of children, both males and females, I just think that everybody should be responsible for their own reproductivity, and this is exciting. I hope that 10 years they're going to find out, hey, wait, it's going to come faster than that.
Oh yeah.
I really do.
I hope so too, because this would be so great, because I know that a lot of women take the birth control pill to regulate other things in their body other than just having to keep from getting pregnant. That's I think that's where the big disconnect is for the religious section is, because they don't realize that this medicine does other things. They think it just think like Rush Limbaugh said. He goes, the guys, every time they have sex, they got to pop another pill. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You take it once a day. It's not like you have to have sex. Yeah, you go, have sex, pop a pill. Have sex, pop a pill. It's not a fucking condom. It's not a condom that you eat.
I was not aware that Rush Limbaugh has a doctorate in OBGYN.
He has a doctorate in stupidity, though.
I think that if the male...
Go ahead, Joe.
I think if the male pill inhibits sperm during ejaculate, then teenage boys' rooms would be a lot cleaner.
Think of how much less laundry you'd be doing.
Yeah. You wouldn't have parents coming in going, "What is this?" or even worse, just ignore it. Just ignore it. He's that age.
He's at that age, and the keyboard's all sticky. I don't know.
Well, you still get the seminal fluid. It says you still get the fluid, just not the sperm.
Right. Yes.
So you're still gonna have that awkward talk with your son.
Yeah. Well, you're doing it wrong. You have to twist it this way and that way, and then. No,
when your daughter comes and says, "How come Timmy got the laptop for Christmas?" And it's like, there's a reason.
There's a reason.
There's a reason. Just don't ask about it ever again.
Caution signs on the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't enter.
Right.
Pro tip: don't use Timmy's laptop.
Oh, Lee, your thoughts?
Well, I definitely agree with what Connie said about that it's every person's responsibility. After reading the article, it seemed like they were really, really making a big deal out of the fact that, oh my God, can you imagine having to take a pill every day? That's like impossible. And that, I mean, because they kept saying like the good side is here's all the benefits. The bad side is you have to remember to take a pill. And I mean, if that's like the worst bad side that you can think of, like, what is your market? Is your market like monkeys? I mean, like, oh, I forgot to take this pill today. Like, I don't want to have sex and not kids.
You know, the reason why I think they say it like that is because all people out there know that young men and men, are just little men in big bodies in sometimes, and we just don't know what the fuck we're doing. It's like, oh yeah, you need to go fix this. You said you'd do that 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'm getting around to it. You know, it's just. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the pill.
To their computer, and they cannot log on to their computer until they've taken their pill.
Yeah.
No, there you go. I can't get to the computer. Did you take your pill? No. Oh, well, take your pill and then you get on. Oh, well, then they'll remember. No, that's a great point.
Yeah, or just set an alarm in your phone. You know, I mean, how do women remember to take this shit? You know, and that was another thing too that you were talking about. I was put on the pill before I was ever sexually active because it does monitor stuff. So that's really good. And so it's I mean, it's nice that it doesn't affect hormones, but at the same time, it would be kind of neat if there was a benefit that men could get out of it. And I'm also curious about there's some guys that go without masturbating or without having sex prior to like a fight, like if they're boxers or just if they're interested in bodybuilding. Just to help preserve the testosterone, like that little bit they think is a big deal.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that'll actually cause a benefit. So this way they can still have sex or they can still jerk off and then they can still have the benefit of testosterone. So that would be really cool.
Oh, yeah. That might be interesting. That'd be an interesting thought.
So the juice heads are all going to be in favor of this.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But
like,
they
what
said
are you on?
that
Racehorse testosterone and the pill.
Yeah. Extra excellent. They were saying something in the article, like 84% of women said that they wouldn't trust that the man would take it. Well, then just keep taking your own pill or something. Use a condom, you know.
Oh,
if you're having sex with somebody you don't trust, then what?
Well, the pill doesn't prevent STDs, so condoms are not out of the ballpark, are they?
No.
Absolutely.
True.
Condoms are still going to play a huge part, and even if a guy says, you know, if you meet a guy in a club or something, you know, even if he says, hey, don't worry about it, I'm on the pill, hey, you know what, you can still get herpes, you can still get AIDS, you can still get gonorrhea, so still wrap
that sucker in a baggie, and it's nowadays, of course, you got to wrap each other in a baggie and bring your medical records.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got your medical? Did you bring your medical records with you? Because I want to make sure you don't have anything.
Yeah. Oh, and I did want to point out that you did say that some gals do try to get pregnant so they can get child support. That absolutely does happen, especially in the military. For some reason, they think that we make a shit ton of money. But there are guys that will sabotage the condom as well to try to get the gal pregnant so she won't leave them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
I think everybody should be taking all kinds of all kinds of pills. You know, it's, I don't want to have a baby, so I'm taking the pill. And you don't want to have a baby, you also should not take the pill. I think even if it's 100% effective, I'm still going to be super paranoid with my partner. I'm still going to take the pill. Yes. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. No, yeah. This reminds me of this whole story here. Actually, there was a episode of Deep Space Nine. Yes, I'm a geek, and right
Deep Space Nine. What's that?
Yeah, I didn't like it because it's Star Trek, not sit on a fucking satellite Trek.
Right. No, it was right towards the end of the series where Cisco was dating. She gets pregnant. It's like, oh, one of us forgot to take our birth control this month. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot to take get my shot. You know, but now it's instead of a shot, it's going to be a pill. So it's the fact is that if they were talking about having male birth control then, and this was back in the late 90s that this show was on. So I mean, and this is now it's starting to come to pass, which I think is
and you know
cool.
What they might come up with it in a shot, like they have the depot shot for gals.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be kind of cool.
Or the patch. I mean, I wonder about that too.
That would be interesting. Get a patch and you're like, hey, what's that? Oh, that's my birth control patch.
Like
yeah, but you don't get laid. You're too geeky to get laid. Well, still, it might happen. I might fall on somebody. I don't know.
Yeah. Shit. Actually, that was one thing that it was saying that I guess 17% of men wouldn't take it regularly because they said it would affect how manly they are.
Oh, bullshit.
Now, if
bullshit.
the amount of semen, or if the amount of sperm in your seminal fluid is how you gauge your manliness, you're all kinds of not manly.
Right.
You're already doing it wrong.
I think the reason why they say that, and this is my opinion, of course, that the reason why they say they would affect their manliness is because, hey, did you take your birth control? That's the mentality. That's their thinking. It's like, yeah, but
knuckle draggers.
Knuckle draggers. Yeah, the knuckle draggers would be the ones that are out there saying, yeah, you take your birth control, you woman. It's like, what the fuck? It's called being responsible.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. My daughter wants us to jump in here real quick.
Instead of calling it birth control, why don't they just call it semen stopper?
Oh,
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking exactly that. They could market it some different way, and then
that
somehow
sounds a lot more
incorporate
manly.
bacon
it does.
into the commercial.
Siemens, although to be fair, semen stopper sounds like if you took too much of it, it might kill a human. It might kill a human man because you just start backing up on you, and I'll explode, and the semen will go flying everywhere.
We'll get Arnold Schwarzenegger to sell this thing.
I took my semen stopper this morning, and I'm still buffed. Actually, that's not muscle. That's all semen. No.
You just get backed up to the gills with semen. Yeah, that's how they should market it.
It starts to drip out of your ears, and you're like, oh, man.
That's manly. When you're covered internally with semen, that's manly.
Little tadpoles.
I'm so manly. I only have sex with other men. That's the message you're sending.
Well, that's an attractive.
Yeah. Hey, I want to date that guy. He's got semen dripping out his ears.
That means he's responsible.
Wait a minute, this might be a marketing technique.
Yeah. Semen coming out your ears, a marketing technique.
He's handsome, has a nice car, and has semen dripping out of his ears.
Right.
I hope he's not gay.
Oh, man.
How well groomed is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh.
No, there are plenty of filthy gay men. I've met them.
Yes.
True.